One shot, everybody wants one shot.
Everybody wants it.
Roll it, first one.
Stop.
Ouais, je vais justement là, ça.
Ouais.
Ah, c'est trop là.
Ça, en fait, voilà.
Well, it will actually be on your converging angle, I think. But you know, if it's something along these, as they're looking to each other, and it's just shifting like this, you're just holding the two.
And I'm going to ask Tracy, where am I out of shot? Are my feet out of shot here? Trace? My feet out? Am I in shot?
So the lighting with the light turned on, it will be seen from this point of view first.
As little as possible. Because when he gives a face more, then everything changes again. And now we have, I would say, I could hold the same. Oh, his face inside, where have we forgotten?
Okay, everybody still, please.
Joseph asked us a miracle, but you know, I don't believe in God, and it's difficult for me to make miracles.
Sacha Verny is a key figure in French cinema. His prolific career spans more than 50 years. His cinematography is found in the innovative films of Alain Resnais, Marguerite Duras, Raoul Ruiz, and Luis Buñuel's Belle de Jour. Sacha's more recent collaboration with English director Peter Greenaway has defined new creative boundaries for the art of cinematography. He is an idiosyncratic and undisputed master of the camera.
The work of the cinematographer is, in my opinion, to give a kind of the equivalent of a musical score or the equivalent of a subtext, and to enhance maybe something which are not said by the dialogue, or to give other directions of meanings. And I think that, anyway, this is another subject, but very important, that a good lighting on a film, it's a lighting which has a meaning. Inside, with the light.
Paris-born Denis Lenoir is a leading figure in the new generation of French cinematographers. His work on films as diverse as Monsieur Hir, Daddy Nostalgie, and the Australian feature Dingo has established Denis' international reputation as an imaginative and innovative cinematographer.
Who will do the change of stuff?
The masterclasses provided each DOP with a similar set in 2 adjoining studios, each surrounded by a cyclorama. Both sets represented a lonely roadside cafe in the Australian desert at Christmas time, the middle of summer.
We'll see one of the actors on the phone.
Joseph Demian, the head of the school's cinematography department, supplied a brief script and directed the actors. He set Denis and Sacha the task of covering the woman who enters and her partner at the telephone. They sit, the power fails, the waiter lights a candle and then follows the surreal spectacle of snow falling inside the cafe. They had to add to the already strange qualities of the snow by creating magic with their cinematography.
For me, the magic was the snow falling inside the house by nighttime in Australia. And the weird thing was not about the snow falling in Australia, I mean, not in Australia, but in the outback, in the bush, but the snow falling inside.
The story itself is not important, in fact. What is important is to see how Sacha will deal with the difficulty of the shot, with the beam as well with the snowing.
It is not snow, it is It is magic, but not snow, not Christmas, not nothing. It's surreal, yes.
Perhaps we try to make a special effect beam without smoke.
Okay.
That could be interesting for the students to show how it's possible to make such a strange beam without beam.
I mean, the only important thing of the day, I think, is this idea that several tricks hide each other. This is the main important thing. I mean, if you have the snow falling, this is one point, but maybe not enough. So we have to do different things at the same time as the snow is falling to give the magic. And the audience can't know that, which is this weird thing, because there is at the same time a changing of light, some smoke, something, and it's magic.
Sacha decided to cover all of the action in one wide master shot. Initially, the lighting represents the last rays of the sun. Inside the cafe, the man on the telephone can be seen. As the sun dips below the horizon, the woman stirs and walks inside the cafe. This action will be covered again in a separate mid-shot. Then follows a blackout, where an as yet unseen waiter lights a candle. This action will also be covered in a separate mid-shot. A different lighting setup then reveals snow falling in the interior of the cafe. In the third section of the shot, the three characters walk outside to witness the magic of Sacha's light beam. There were many steps towards the creation of Sacha's cinematic fantasy. The first step was to choose a position for the camera.
Qu'est-ce qu'on peut dire? On fait frontal?
What does everyone want to do? Should we do a frontal shot?
Joseph.
About the camera being here, we don't see the man on the phone very clearly.
Mais il demande justement d'ici, on voit pas.
Je vois bien que le téléphone est caché,
Oui.
mais il est mobile, le téléphone. On le mettra où on voudra.
But the main thing is that you're going very frontally now. If you go by the side, you get more depth. Is this also a reason too? Je veux seulement voir pour
Oui, très bien.
frontal comme Greenaway.
C'est vrai que si on se met là, justement, la vérité, c'est que les raisons ne sont pas très fermes. Justement, avec Greenaway, il y a des raisons vraiment esthétiques dans sa tête, de symétrie, de frontal, des choses comme ça. Pour nous, non. En effet, on peut prendre un biais comme ça. Mais c'est vrai, finalement, je trouve qu'il a raison, parce que la position, pour des raisons sordides,
Oui.
mécaniques, bêtes, n'est pas tout à fait frontale. Alors, ou bien on est tout à fait frontal,
Oui.
mais un tout petit peu sur le côté. Donc, je trouve qu'il a raison,
Okay.
et on va plutôt se mettre ici.
What Sacha said is that he thinks that Joe is actually right, that the reason they'd chosen to go front.
The woman visible through a window, the waiter clearing the table, and the man at the telephone starts the first of the three shots Denis will use to cover the scene. As the man leaves the telephone to join his partner, the camera moves in to frame them, sitting at the table. When the blackout occurs, it is Denis' intention to cut to a mid-shot of the waiter lighting a candle, and then back to a shot of the couple as the bizarre snow falls around them.
The camera will be at the beginning around here, shooting this direction. The main character would be here on the phone, so we would see him, and the woman will go from outside, enter, and sit down here, and then he will finish his trying to call, and then goes there and sit, and I have to remember if we cut here or no. Sit, and then maybe spend some time, and then the light falls off, cut. This is... Most of the time when I'm coming on the set in the morning, I have something like this in my pocket, which is just to remind me what I want to do, and So I've done this before talking with Joseph. There was the cyclo, which is one point, because the cyclo will not change during the different shots. It is, and then I had number 1, light on, number 3, light off, included the candle, and number 2, and number 3, the snow. So for the stock today will be 9.6 Kodak, rated at 400 ASA, because without doing any stock test, I know that it's better to rate it at least a third of a stop under the label.
So I think that's 9.6.
Et chez Kodak, ils vont se vanter, ils vont écrire que vous pouvez mixer both on the same, sur la même scène, sur la même séquence. Vous pouvez mélanger les pellicules Kodak, ça sera une bonne continuité quand même. Donc, mais ce que je voulais dire, c'est que je demande à ce deuxième assistant de vérifier sur les boîtes, même si sur le carton, il y a un numéro d'émulsion, quand même, il doit vérifier.
Oui.
Donc, je veux dire que la continuité entre deux pellicules différentes, 93 et 96, on dit ça marche, ça marche. Mais moi, je fais attention que dans la même, par exemple, 93, que toutes les boîtes sont quand même de la même émulsion.
Okay,
et c'est pas une autre fabrication,
so
ça peut varier.
what he's saying is that
You were saying that on your last film you used fluorescent lights a lot. Did you use only?
Yes.
And did you use color temperature controlled fluorescence or KinoFlow?
It's two different things. You have 3 different things. Fluorescent lighting is the tube, what we call the starter. The only problem is to find starters that doesn't make any noise, because otherwise it's a big problem for the sound and you have to change and go back to your tungsten. So if you want to use fluorescent, be aware of the noise of them. You know IKEA, and also they have single tubes with a starter and a just plug, 120. These are fantastic, so this you have to buy. These are fantastic. You change the tube, of course, you put the good ones. And fantastic inside the car by night for dashboard lighting, perfect. And I would say everywhere by night on a set, you can hide one tube, so you have somebody just, you shoot, for instance, a back shot here with somebody walking here in another room. You have your light here, but at a time here, you have no place, not a room to put more light, but you just hide here, tube, and the camera will never see it. And when and you put some ND gel on it if you need, if it is too strong, and it just gives something till the man goes, the actor, in the other room. It's fantastic. You put them everywhere, even under. You can also light from under, but very softly. It's very cheap. So you can have, I don't know, easily in your truck for 6, which is nothing.
Mais comme j'ai l'habitude avec les gaffeurs, toutes les suggestions, hein, ça marche. Travaillons ensemble.
So you want
You help me, please.
Okay. Soft ambient lights.
Oui.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Ça
Also,
peut être celui-là.
also blue.
Bleu.
Oh,
A little orange.
non, mais half blue.
Half blue. Yeah.
Not,
Okay. Not full blue.
Voilà.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ça peut être celui-là.
Well, maybe the Grifflon.
Ah oui.
Yeah.
Ah oui, mais il y a des réflexions dans les glaces.
We'll find a spot where we're done.
Just only a little piece
Little
of
side,
sky.
yeah.
Little bit of sky.
Oui, it's almost
Night.
no, sunset first. We have the sun on the west,
So the sun's on this side.
on the right, and the other side of the sky is how is in Australia? Il est bleu sombre,
Oui. Plutôt. Oui.
dark,
Oh, no, we're
blue
asking-
dark,
Is it,
Blue,
is it,
yeah.
is
blue
it dark
dark
blue?
on that.
Not that, and my taste is more to go with white light almost everywhere. It's just a question of taste. I'm not very fond of colored gels, but like it is supposed to be more magic and so on, we'll have some bluish greenish here, normal here, and colors. So the normal would be, I guess, something as if there was here, around here in the middle, a kind of, I mean, a light bulb or something, as we don't have practical lights in the frame, and we don't justify we don't have to do a special lighting justified by the practical lamps, so we can do what we want.
Sacha's beam of light was truly a piece of cinematic magic, created without the usual need to fill the studio with smoke. The technique used a partially mirrored glass at an angle in front of the camera lens. Reflected on the glass was the image of a beam painted on cardboard.
To be out of focus for a beam, it's better. Then perhaps we need plus petit ou plus grand, on verra. Pourquoi on préfère la face réfléchissante? C'est pour ne pas avoir une double image à cause de l'épaisseur du verre. Avec l'épaisseur du verre, avec l'épaisseur de la glace, on peut avoir double réflexion.
Donc c'est pour ça qu'on met le...
Mais comme nous voulons une réflexion d'un beam out of focus,
oui.
Ça n'a pas d'importance. Okay. Ça ira bien quand même. Comme le miroir, il est 50-50,
oui.
Il ne restera que 4. C'est-à-dire que je dois mettre la lumière ici pour 5-6.
Oui, oui.
Mais sur la caméra, sur l'objectif, il faut mettre one stop less. Because the mirror, it's 50-50.
On the right of frame, you can see the white cardboard beam which has been cut out and positioned next to the camera. Let's look at the full setup for the beam. The glass was set at a 45-degree angle with the reflective side facing the camera. The cutout beam is positioned with black behind it. An inky lit the beam, which was then reflected into the camera lens. The glass was said to be a 50% mirror, but Sacha was not so sure. He took light readings from either side and discovered the glass was only a 30% mirror, requiring only 2/3 of a stop compensation. Sacha now starts on his sunset lighting for the scene.
Bring your in forward.
On peut, le grand panneau, le bouger un tout petit peu comme ça. It could be better for us de rapprocher le pied. Oui, ici comme ça. With a 5 kill with 85.
Full 85.
Full, oui, full 85.
Et quelle hauteur?
Bas comme le soleil.
Low.
Comme ça.
Like because the sun is low.
Sur la dame qui est là-bas.
On the woman who's at the table.
Yep.
Voilà. I would like to...
Oh, sorry, now I understand, yeah, okay.
To hide that first...
Sacha?
Avec
Charlie Bar.
Avec un quoi?
Charlie Bar? Charlie Bar. Charlie Bar.
Please. Qu'est-ce que c'est un Charlie Bar? What that? Ah, très bien. Et en français, on appelle ça une languette.
Une languette.
Yeah.
Ah,
Little tongue. Très bien. C'est très bien comme ça. Parce que en premier plan, vous voyez, ça c'était trop fort.
That was too hot.
C'est en premier plan. Alors comme ça, on l'a caché un petit peu.
Okay.
The start of Sacha's first shot is now lit. 2 4K cyc lights with full blue provide the skylight. The sun is created by a 5K with full 85. A 5K Fresnel with a half blue illuminates a Grifflon. To hide reflections in the windows, bushes are placed and lit with another sun source, a 5K with full 85. A 2K with half blue provides fill for the woman at the table, and a 2K with full 85 lights the man at the telephone.
So I'm not measuring something, I'm just getting an idea of how much I have here. Is it possible to turn off? Yes, thank you. So this is 2.8 and 2.83, 2.82, 2.81, 2.84, 2.83. my feeling, I don't know yet if it is good or not, but it seems okay. It is not, if I was reading 1 or 8, I would know right now that it would be a problem. But this seems okay. I mean, I would say 5, 6. 5, 6, 4.5. Obviously, there is a drop there. Sorry. 5, 6, 2. 5, 6, 2. And Tony, I would like, so I have more or less 5, 6. Right. And I would like to drop to 2, 8, I would say. So maybe before going for ND gels or whatever,
take out some of these panels.
Some of this, and maybe if needed, I don't know what you think, add some diffusion instead of neutral grey.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But if not necessary, it's okay like that.
Yeah. In fact, I think by taking out the panels and by raising the bar up, we'll probably get to the level that we want.
The gels you put on these lights and these lights for the cyc and are the same.
Yes, exactly the same.
Blue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why pale navy blue is a pure question of taste. I prefer a more greenish blue than the more reddish blue, because the reddish blue for me is for videos, clips and commercials. And it's less, it's less Hollywood when it is a little greenish, I prefer.
So you're thinking, you said before you wanted that stop under, so you're starting to think around about.
Yes, because as I have already 5, 6 here, I would have to work at 8 or more inside, which would be too much for the candle and my small things and everything. So, so it will be probably from 2 crossed small soft lights, 1 from
just over the
fence for her here, like that, and 1 hidden behind there for him here. Yes, we have any way to stop them now. I mean, maybe not this one, which is just... Maybe we can turn off this one.
All right, let's see what difference that makes to start with.
And this one,
Rise up.
Rise it up.
I'll take out the...
This is because of what problem? Not problem, but in incident reading, I have 28.45 on the sky. And the same thing here. But obviously the sky has to be brighter than the light coming from the sky itself. So you see, if it is already in fact, but I think it will. I will look for, in fact, to close even more inside, to have at least. Too much. We have maybe to work at 5, 6 or 5, 6.5, and this I would like to have this a little darker, more in the.
A 5K space light suspended over the center of the cafe interior, and 2 fluorescent tubes and a light over the counter, color adjusted with magenta gel, are 2 of the elements in Denis' lighting setup for shot 1. The other lights in the setup were a 5K Fresnel through a trace frame, which was gelled with flame green to match the light from the fluorescent tubes. A 2K with half blue bounced off foam above the door. The general nighttime ambience was created with pale navy blue gels on 4 5K cyc lights and a 5K soft light. Matching 2K soft lights and 1 5K are directed in through the window and onto the actors at the table. An ungelled 800-watt light is bounced off the exterior wall to provide a soft light on the woman outside the window. With these lights in place, Denis is now ready to rehearse with the actors.
So she sits, then you spend sometimes worrying or whatever, and then I'm there and sit. These for the moment, I mean these 2, I would like to turn them off. Because in the first part of the shot, they are off. they will go in on the change of light. Minus is magenta, so it's already it's more magenta than what. So maybe we can just take off one. This should be at the key light, even a little overexposed, and I have only 4 point something 4. So in fact, the stop will be 4, and we have to go down from the side. Yes. It's okay.
Under 2.
Well, it's okay. We should. Yes.
I can certainly feel it coming up to it.
Yes.
Probably on 2 then.
Yes, 2.
No, 2. Just on 2.
4 is the stop here. Too much headroom. Q. Café.
The dolly didn't went down.
No, but you can tilt down anyway. Tilt down your camera. And go closer.
You want to check your opening frame?
We need some whitish light from here. Maybe just from here. What do we have? Do we have?
Focus would like to check.
Okay.
Can we go?
From where do we? Oh yes, or maybe from here. Yes, yes, yes.
Denis' adjustments were to move the light outside the window and remove the minus green magenta gel from one fluorescent tube. All the lights are on except 2 soft lights outside the window and the 2K bounced off foam. For the blackout, the space light, the 5K, the fluorescence and the 800-watt light go off and the other lights turn on.
Okay, this next one will be a take, everybody. Camera rolling.
Q. And cut. This idea we had, but we didn't do because of running out of time, which was to put some yellow 3200 light coming from inside to the beginning of the garden or yard, is missing. And I think we would need just some yellowish on the first chair or something like that. I would encourage you a lot, if not to do it right now, not wait for your professional career, if it hasn't started already, is to... This book is, at the beginning it was just what we call a carnet, something like that or whatever, and then because it was finished I had to make holes and start something else, but it's the same. It's something like in 2 parts in a way. One part is quite technical, and it is not my experience, it's more technical informations. This, for instance, is very naive. It's to remind me, it was years and years and years ago, how to, the succession of the ASA number and how many stops between 1 and 2. Of course, now I know that by... but don't be afraid to write naive things. Yeah. Of course, I could wrap it now and throw it away, but I don't mind. I like it because it reminds me when I was beginning. And the second part is, in a chronological order, everything I shoot, I try to, sometimes I have nothing to write, but to put some commentaries after the shooting, just to remind me what gel I've used, which effect I was looking at, is it good or not, because sometimes, or most of the time, it's not exact. I don't get what I was looking for, but so it's a kind of critic of, at the same time, memories of my work and also critics of my work.
Too fast.
Too fast.
Too fast. Make it lighter.
Oui, oui, yes.
Qu'est-ce qu'il dit?
Ça doit être plus léger.
Non, mais c'est pas une réflexion sérieuse. Très bien.
He wasn't being too serious. But just what he's saying is it needs to be. Needs to come quite lightly.
If it comes out of the machine, the device that we've got, it is very, very slow and very floaty.
Sure, I think.
Et je peux demander un masque pour mon nez, parce que je suis très sensible à ces histoires.
He wants a nose mask because he's very sensitive.
On va avoir de la neige.
We're going to have snow.
La neige, chez nous, elle est blanche.
And at home, snow's white.
Donc, on va éclairer cette neige.
So we're going to light this snow.
Et il serait préférable que le background derrière la neige soit plutôt sombre.
So, because we're going to light the snow, it means that what's better is for the background to be more somber, low-key. Darker, not low-key.
Magical.
Quoi d'autre?
Can we make it magical by completely having a lighting change when the snow
Il y aura un
starts to fall?
changement de lumière
Oui.
Quand la neige commence.
So in the changeover of light, the illusion that Sacha wants to create, and he's saying, okay, what colour would you like? Now, is that illusion, this is a question, is the illusion one of a further fantasy? I mean, are we creating a fantasy in this changeover? I mean, we're in a supernatural world. This is what I'd like to know.
Non, mais justement, là, c'est une question très intéressante au point de vue artistique.
It's a very interesting question from an artistic point of view.
Parce que dans la fantaisie, on peut faire tout ce qu'on veut, bien sûr, mais je ne sais pas comment on peut dire en anglais, il y a certainement des limites, en français, je dirais, de bon goût. Alors, nous, techniciens, on peut vraiment s'amuser à aller très loin, faire finalement n'importe quoi et que ce soit de mauvais goût.
In the last part of shot 1, snow was to fall inside the cafe. Sacha's lighting setup for the snowfall consisted of 3 ungelled redheads mounted on the wall and aimed towards the center of the cafe. And to light the snow, he placed a 2K Blondie on a floor stand. Initially, all the lights are on except the 3 redheads, the 2K on the floor, and the Mizar for the beam. Then everything goes out except for the exterior 2K Blondie. As the snow falls, the Blondie on the floor, the redheads, and the exterior 5K all come on. And finally, the Mizar's dimmer is turned up to create the beam effect.
So like that, that's good. That's the second setup.
Okay. So back to the first setup.
C'est premier plan.
Voilà.
Are you ready?
Somebody sit here? No. You need it? May I out?
The warmth of the setting sun bathes both actors in orange light at the start of Sacha's first shot. soft blue light from the gelled 2K, Cyc lights and Grifflon 5K fills the shadows and the cyclorama in the background. When the colour of this opening sequence ends, it is replaced at first by the light of the dimmed redheads on the wall of the cafe, and then the white light of the floor-mounted 2K up through the snow. The final fantastic touch to complete Sacha's scene is the beam.
Le coucher du soleil, ça te plaît ou bien
Non,
est-ce que
c'est pas assez marqué.
How would he have done it differently? Bon, comment tu l'aurais fait?
Une plus grande différence entre soleil et soleil couché.
Et plus lentement ou bien à la même vitesse?
Surtout une plus grande différence.
What he said.
Sacha's next shot is designed to be the first in the edited 3-shot sequence. It covers the same action as the opening part of the master shot. The lighting is also the same, except the 5K sun is dimmed during the shot to represent the sun dipping below the horizon. This is the motivation for the woman to look up and walk inside.
Allez-vous-en, vous faites de l'ombre, on ne peut pas travailler avec de l'ombre, là. Merci. Très bien.
Okay.
Why not? You like?
So you did not change anything from the wide shot to the close-up up
We
to
changed
now?
we changed the lens, we
And the
changed
camera
the
position?
stop because the mirror. And
But
I
no
look,
light.
No.
I look, and I say, why change something? I don't know why. It's really, perhaps I see the shadow of the hat, but why not?
A director must like that too.
Non, non, non. Non. La seule chose qui me gênait, qui me choquait un petit peu dans la lumière là, c'est le 2 kilos qui est très haut
Oui.
et qui faisait une ombre avec le chapeau.
Oui.
Et puis, bon, c'était pas difficile de le descendre et enlever l'ombre.
non.
Mais je me demandais pourquoi pas.
Ok.
Pourquoi pas une ombre comme ça? Parce que l'autre côté de la figure est tout bien éclairé par le soleil très bas. Et peut-être, voilà, c'est une question de goût. On peut juger si j'étais avec le metteur en scène très proche comme ça, et s'il a le temps, s'il n'a pas des problèmes de direction de comédien, je peux lui demander son avis. Et qu'est-ce que tu en penses? Je la laisse, l'ombre du chapeau, comme ça, ou je fais autrement? Je peux lui demander son avis. Qu'est-ce que tu en penses?
I have one question left. Why did he use for the fill out direct light?
Parce que je suis un grand chef et je fais ce que je veux.
Because he's a master and he does what he wants.
Mais qu'est-ce qu'il veut dire avec réflexion?
Non,
parce que là, quand vous avez choisi le direct, il fait des ombres.
Fait des ombres.
Okay,
Je voudrais savoir pourquoi c'est là.
C'est vrai qu'il y a beaucoup de personnes qui jugent la qualité d'une image en comptant les ombres. Et si un personnage, contre un mur, il a 2 ombres ou 3 ombres, alors là, c'est awful. C'est une très mauvaise image. Même si la personne est très bien photographiée, on dit c'est mauvais parce qu'il y a 2 ombres. Voilà. Et c'est vrai que ce petit pot, il a une ombre ici et il a une ombre là. Aïe, aïe, aïe. Mais qui va regarder le petit pot quand nous avons une comédienne comme elle? Tout le monde va regarder elle.
standing by, please. And turn over. Action.
Sasha is right. Our attention is drawn to the woman at the table. The warm effect of the 5K as it dims convincingly recreates the setting sun. On the back of her shirt is the direct light from the Blondie and the 5K Fresnel bounced off the Grifflon. These blued lights provide the soft blue wash of the evening sky. Through the back door of the cafe can be seen the cyclorama sky illuminated by the two cyclights gelled with full blue. Denis' second shot introduces the waiter, who is seen counting coins just before the blackout occurs. The fluorescent light over the counter is replaced by the soft blue light of the evening. The scene presents Denis with a third lighting challenge, when the waiter lights a candle and carries it through the darkness to the couple at the table.
We will dim in the Chinese lantern, and then we will go. Well, this is the man, but I mean, he will walk with his candle like that, but there will be out of frame the Chinese lantern coming with him. So the light will move with the candle. Maybe it's very difficult because of the reflection. We'll see. We'll try anyway.
Who's operating this one? Me.
So this has to be a touch lower, and the whole thing this way. Yeah.
Okay.
Tony, I think this one can be, because the effect here is so strong, we can keep this one on all the time. Yes.
Okay, fine. Also,
It's definitely
we would put some pale navy blue on the red head.
Yes.
From
Just in here.
as if something.
Okay, but not
to
direct.
give-
Not direct or diffuse. Diffuse, just a diffuser on the left. Yes.
For the cafe interior in Denis' second shot, a 5K Fresnel with half blue and ND number 3 is bounced off foam. A Blondie with pale navy blue is shone through a trace frame, and the fluorescent and space light are as before. For the blackout, the space light and fluorescent go off, and the additional soft lights go on. When the double wick candle is lit, the dimmer raises a 250-watt lantern to 75%.
And rehearsing, and
you're dangerous. Thanks, Tony.
action. And blackout.
Just caught you there, Tony.
This has to be the blue thing here, and also maybe this one has to be on the change of light. So it's off at the beginning. These two finally.
The reason for taking off is so
But it's very good. It's very good. In 10 minutes, it is in the. We shoot it. There was not enough contrast. I mean, the shot of the bartender walking from the bar with the candle to the table, it was maybe too tight, and so you didn't have black parts in the image. So the image looks a little flat or overlit. In fact, it was not overlit. The amount of lighting on his face was, I think, all right, but there was not enough black around. I don't like also that much this bluish effect on the bartender at the beginning. It was also too hard. It would have been softer, and maybe I was thinking tonight, I mean this night, right after, as usual, you always, it's the night after that you say, oh, I should have done this. That it should have been maybe better to change the color on the bartender and not give the same blue as on the other side. Perhaps a touch of yellow, as it was on the other side of the house, the sunset. So maybe a touch greenish, yellowish, something like that. Maybe it would be, it would have been strange. And anyway, the light is coming harder on him. And also, when the light is on and he's counting his coins, the background behind is quite dark, too dark. This I knew it when shooting, but as usual.
As an exercise for the workshop, Sacha also lit a candlelight scene. The shot was not necessarily to be edited into the sequence. Its real purpose was to demonstrate alternative approaches to candlelight.
We could put one
for backlight?
For backlight on,
on
right,
here.
Yeah. And then on my hand, a Mizar with a 85. I try to follow him.
All right, with the candle effect. Yep. Everything else the same?
Voilà. They're finished.
Everything else finished. So just one backlight and one the candle light.
Nothing more.
Okay. No problem. We use this for the backlight with full blue or blondie?
It's
too strong.
Too strong.
A redhead.
Oui.
Yeah.
Oui.
Okay.
No, peut-être flower. Perhaps if you close the bundles.
Yeah.
You say bundles?
Yes.
And with
some diffusion?
Some blue or diffusion. Perhaps it's not too much.
Just rigged up there? Yeah.
Oh dear, like that, on the white, it's enough.
Yeah?
Oh oui. Pas content qu'il soit pas content. Well, we close a little that one. Voilà. Oui. Très bien. Très bien. Ça va bien.
Maza.
Quand on a 1, 2, 3 bougies, en général, on essaye d'utiliser des accessoires de prop avec une petite lampe quartz là-dedans qui éclaire très bien. Mais c'est très délicat. Et en général, par exemple, à la télévision, chaque fois qu'il y a des bougies, il y a des bougies et puis c'est tout. Ça marche comme ça.
We actually did it for a film I did the year before last, where we had people hand-holding, walking with candles. And we had the 12-volt globes with battery belts.
Voilà.
And they had the cables up their sleeves and they were walking with the candle, and the candle was lighting their face. The globe was lighting their face.
Alas, he cannot throw the candle because.
Yeah.
On peut ouvrir. Non.
Sacha's final simple setup was a blondie with full blue bounced off foam, while flickering candlelight was created by his hand in front of a Mizar with full 85 gel.
And turn over. Action.
Cela dit, si j'avais su parler anglais, j'aurais demandé au garçon qui porte la bougie de la mettre un peu plus sur sa droite pour ne pas avoir l'ombre de la bougie sur sa chemise.
Is there any way to avoid the shadow of the candle?
Voilà.
Yeah.
Même remarque.
He's got the same. He saw when Sacha saw it. That's exactly what he went. Oh, oh. Mais comment on pourrait l'éviter quand même?
Pour éviter une ombre, il faut pas mettre de lumière.
In Denis' third and final shot, he playfully meets the challenge of the bizarre snowfall inside the cafe.
With a snow effect. Whatever we do, we could always say, well, that's what we wanted.
So the magic isn't in the snow?
No, the magic is, well, we'll try to have the magic.
So you'll have one go at the snow.
We are looking for the good position for the redhead.
Yeah. 25 before.
Snapping a bit of wood with a big thing here, same thing as there, to cut that, and also to cut the side lights, which is coming here. So we need 1 and 2. We need a mirror too. Yes, with the mirror. We put the square mirror around here, so we will have some light also coming from under.
Right.
Yes, something like yes. 2.8. Tony, is it possible to have 2 blondes instead of the 2 redheads?
Sorry?
2 blondes instead of the 2 redheads.
Try having one rehearsal right through. You watch the monitor and see what you think. And let's do that. Okay, folks.
Well, now back on the dimmer, please.
Close the bundles.
Close the bundles. Close, 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 close.
Just here, there's a
close. That's 3 seconds, 4 seconds.
For Denis' third shot, the same blue soft lights create a wash of blue from the night sky. Inside, a 2K Fresnel with half blue is bounced off foam. The candle effect is created by 2 blondies with cutters through trace and number 6ND gel. The space light is moved overhead and set at a low level. When the snow begins to fall, it is slowly turned up. Its light is bounced off a mirror on the floor, back up through the snow.
I think I've made 2 mistakes. One, which is to use white light on the snow, so it was in fact the same color as the actors, which were a touch warmer, but not enough, and then the blue outside. We should have go for a different tone on the foreground, I mean on the snow, so we will have 3 different steps.
Despite the criticisms that both Denis and Sacha had for their work, when you view the edited sequences, you'll see that both were ultimately successful in creating 2 unique visions of cinematic fantasy.
I just wanted to thank Denny indeed for his time, his sharing, generosity of all his experience over the many years and working with us today. So it's
thank you.
Very, thank you.
Stop, please. You don't work alone. You're dealing with the director, you're dealing with the production, you're dealing also with your crew, the whole crew and your own crew. I mean, and if you have a gaffer, and a gaffer is very important, you have an operator, you have a focus puller, you work with them, and to make them in a way give, not to you, but to the film, the maximum of their capacity. You have to put them in a good atmosphere.
When I was younger, to learn, before I could work in the cinema, I made many pictures with still photography et en couleur, and I made myself développement, print, and so on. Parce que maintenant, c'est inimaginable, ça ne se fait pas du tout. Mais à une époque, au début de la couleur, avec les assistants, on faisait comme pour le noir et blanc. On faisait des bouts d'essai. Des tests sur le plateau.
Ah oui.
Développés.
Développés sur le plateau.
Sur le plateau. Le deuxième assistant, il fait les développements de la pellicule.
Ah oui, sur
le plateau. Mais le petit bout de la fin, petit morceau à la fin de chaque shot.
He has to be a good craftsman, to be a good technician, but also you have to be conscious of everything, wise, and you have also at the same time to forget all that and be able to grab, to seize an idea that just go through your head and recognize it as maybe a good idea, stop it, introduce it in your process of mind, and maybe develop it and let it opened. It has something to be, I guess, with the two parts of the brain, you know, and you have constantly to use alternatively or simultaneously the two parts of the brains, and not let only one get over the other one.
One of our international cinematographers is missing. Hang on. Let's get him in there.